Hello everyone, welcome back to Mona Patil tutorials. Today we are going to learn a very interesting chapter of Maharashtra Board, Class 8 General Science, Lesson number 11, Human Body and Organ System. If you have not subscribed my channel, then please subscribe it and press on bell icon for further notification. So let's start. Lesson number 11, Human Body and Organ System. So first introductory part, we will start introduction with the question. Which organ system are present in human body? So system like circulatory system, digestive system, reproductive system and etc. So which process occurs continuously in our body during sound sleep? So the system like continuously working when we are sleeping, that are digestion, excretion, circulation of blood, okay, which life process occur continuously in our body. So the same, and with that thinking, okay. So along with this, let me start the system like respiration. So respiratory system, for that, first let me understand the respiration. Respiration is of three types: external respiration, internal respiration and cellular respiration. So external respiration include inspiration and inhalation. So here in this type of respiration, air is taken through nose and sent toward lung through the trachea. Next type of this is the expiration or exhalation. In this, oxygen from the inspired air goes into blood. Blood carries the carbon dioxide from various parts of the body toward the lungs, and this air is given out by exhalation. This is called as external respiration. Then internal respiration, exchange of gases between cells and tissue fluid, is called as internal respiration. In this, oxygen moves from blood into the tissue fluid and carbon dioxide, which is the waste material, moves from tissue fluid into blood. Next is the cellular respiration. A dissolved nutrient like glucose are slowly burned or oxidized. Okay, it means it reacts with the oxygen. With the help of oxygen, and energy is released in the form of ATP, adenine triphosphate molecule. So waste material like carbon dioxide and water vapor are produced during this process are given out, and this is called as cellular respiration. Now let me see the respiratory system. So respiratory system include nose, mouth, trachea and here two lungs, which has bifurcate into two division. Okay. So here these lungs are attached with the small alveoli. So here you can see the nose, respiratory system and respiration being with the nose. So first part is the nose. Air is filtered with the help of hair and mucus present in the nose. So mucus is what? A sticky substance which is present inside. Next is the pharynx. Okay. Pharynx is the food pipe and windpipe originated in the pharynx. Windpipe is present in front of the food pipe. There is a lid at the beginning of windpipe. This lid closes the windpipe during passing of food into food pipe and thereby normally prevents the entry of food particles into windpipe. Otherwise, windpipe remain open, hence air passes through pharynx into windpipe. Next is the lungs. Okay, so lungs is present on either side of the heart. Okay, so heart, it positions here in the between two lungs. So here this is called as the thoracic cavity. where the lungs are present. So this cavity is called as thoracic cavity. Maximum area of thoracic cavity is occupied by lungs and they cover the maximum part of heart. Each lung has double layered covering. It is called as pleura. Lungs are elastic like a sponge. Lungs are made up of many small compartments called as alveoli. A rich network of capillaries is present around each alveolus. Okay, here you can see the blue and red colored thread-like part. Okay, these are the network of small capillaries. Wall of alveoli and capillaries are extremely thin for exchange of gas. Okay, so which gas will be exchanged here? Like oxygen and carbon dioxide. As large number of alveoli is present in the lungs, larger surface is available for gaseous exchange. Okay, so here you can see the gas exchange between alveoli and capillaries. Okay, here the red colored entries here in the hemoglobin is the O2 or oxygen. So gases can be dissolved and diffuse between the lungs and the circulatory system. So here oxygen diffuses into the red blood cell and carbon dioxide diffuses into alveolus. Okay, means from the blood to the alveolus for the excretion purpose. Okay, then blood circulation. So before going to see that blood circulation, here how the respiration take place, that also we will going to see. Here you can see in the diagram the diaphragm. Diaphragm is the muscular partition. It's present at the base of thoracic cage. Thoracic cage means this shape of heart, shape of bones. Okay, it's called as the thoracic cage. This partition is called as diaphragm here. Okay, this brown color partition is called as diaphragm. It is present between the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. So this is what a thoracic cavity, and below that where stomach is present is the abdominal cavity, and between them this diaphragm is present. Simultaneous rising up of ribs and lowering of diaphragm causes the decrease in pressure on lungs. Due to this, air moves into the lungs through the nose. When ribs return to their original position and diaphragm rise up, pressure on lungs increase. Due to this, air moves out from the or through the nose. Continuous upward and downward movement of diaphragm is necessary to bring about the breathing. Okay, this is the actual process of breathing. Then blood circulatory system. So blood circulatory system or blood circulation perform the function of transport of various substance like which substance is transported here? Like water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients, and waste material through the different organs. An independent system for blood circulation is present in human and higher animals. Okay, higher animal in sense their size is higher or big. Okay, an independent system for blood circulation is present where in human and higher animals. It consists of heart, blood vessel and capillaries. So here let me see the heart structure and function. So you can see in this diagram the position of the heart in the human body. Okay, it just middle of the thoracic cavity or between the two lungs. So here heart is present almost at center in the thoracic cage. It is present behind the ribs, between two lungs and slightly inclined on left side. Inclined means just turn. Okay. So it inclined means in a just not a perfect vertical position. Size of our heart is equal to one's our fist. So if you close your hand, so it become a fist. So this size of heart is there in everyone body. So it is about 360 gram. It is covered by double layered peritoneal membrane. So here the peritoneal means a tissue lining to obtain or it is a wall of that cavity. Okay, it's a peritoneal. So fluid is present between two membranes due to which heart is protected from friction and mechanical shock. Human heart is muscular organ. It is made up of involuntary cardiac muscle. They contract and relax with a definite rhythm. This is called as the beating of heart. You may have experienced a beating of heart your own or in your house. Okay. So internally, heart is divided into left and right compartment. Okay. Here blue color and red color denote a division of this heart by vertical partition. Each of those compartment is again divided into two chambers. Thus, in all heart consists of four chamber, upper chamber called as arteria or singular arterium. And if more than one, it is arteria. So here it is two. So two arteria is there, and lower chamber is the ventricles. Okay. So total four chambered, we have four chambered heart, or higher animals have four chambered hearts. Then blood vessel, structure and function of blood vessels. So this you can see the blood vessel, it run from artery, run from heart and veins to hearts. Okay, so in next slide you can clearly see the capillaries. Okay, so first let me see about the arteries. Blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart are called arteries, except the one carrying blood toward the lungs. All carry oxygenated blood. These are deeply located in the body and their walls are thick. These vessels do not have walls. Okay. So walls is like a opening for, here you can see in the diagram. Okay. This partition is called as walls. Okay. Then vein. Vessels carrying the blood toward the heart from various parts of the body are called as veins. All veins except one carrying blood from lungs transport deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means in that blood oxygens are less or sometimes very rare. Most of the veins are superficially located in the body. Their walls are thin and these are provided with valves. Okay, so here veins have the valves and artery don't have valves. For valves, for what purpose? The main function of valves to give a one direction to the flow of blood. Okay. Next, capillaries. So capillaries are arteries gradually branch out with a decrease in their diameter. So in this diagram you can see the capillaries which move from this side is increase their diameter, and as their diameter increase their size also get increase, and they spread in the body and finally from fine hair like vessel called as capillaries. Okay. Wall of capillaries are extremely thin and made up of single layer of cell. Due to this, exchange of material between capillaries and cell become easy. During the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, hormones, vitamin, etc. are sent toward the cell, and waste material of the cell moves into blood. So capillaries unite together to form vessel of more diameter called as veins, and capillary network is present in each organ. Then blood circulation through heart, functioning of heart. So process of pumping the blood toward the various part of the body and bringing it back toward the heart is called blood circulation. So as to maintain the continuity in circulation, heart alternately contracts and relax, and consecutive single contraction and relaxation of heart is constitutes a single heart beat. Okay. Next, the blood. Blood is red colored fluid material. It is fluid of connective tissue. The oxygenated blood is deep red colored, salty in taste, and its pH is 7.4. Blood is composed of mainly two components. So, your function of blood. So, function of blood, here we have mentioned with the points. First, transportation. So what transport in the blood? So blood transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide, transport of nutrient and products of metabolism, means in excretion, in case of excretion. Then next is the osmotic. Okay, so osmotic means what? Simple nutrients like glucose. These are the components of blood: red blood cell, platelets, white blood cell, plasma. Okay, and these are what? A blood component. Next is the function of blood. So first we have studied the transport of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, transport of nutrients like simple nutrient like glucose, amino acid, fatty acid are taken up by blood from wall of alimentary canal and transport of each cell in the body. Okay. In same way, the transport of waste material means nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, creatine are released by tissue into blood, which carries those of to the kidney for excretion. Then transport of enzyme and hormones. Blood transport the enzyme and hormones from the site of their production to the site of their action. Then protection. Okay, here the protection. Antibodies are produced in the blood and they protect the body from microbes and other harmful particles. Then thermoregulation or thermoregulatory. So body temperature is maintained constant at 37 degrees Celsius by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Okay, so here regulation of temperature can be maintained. Maintaining the balance of mineral like in sodium, potassium in the body. Then, if bleeding occurs at injury, platelets and protein called a fibrogen or blood from the clot and seal the injury, which is very important. Okay. Osmotic means to maintain the fluid. Okay. In as compared to the outer condition. So like this, it is the function of blood. Now, human blood groups. So mainly it is of four types: A, O, B and AB. Depending on the RH factor, positive and negative, the human blood group is divided into 8 types. So here this blood group, here this table can be show you which blood group is matched to which other blood groups. So can give and take or can receive from. So like this table has given. So here only it is important to you in this standard only the blood group. So there are 8 blood group. Okay. Then what is meant by blood donation? So if a person meet an accident, bleeding occurs through wound. Many times blood transfusion is necessary during the surgical operation. Similarly, blood is transfused in the case of patient of anemia. Anemia means the in the blood some lack of minerals. Okay, it is depend on the minerals, which minerals is lacking in the blood. So this condition is called anemia. Then thalassemia, cancer too. So blood transfusion is carried out to compensate the blood shortage in body. This is called as blood transfusion. Then from where the blood is supplies for blood transfusion. So like to store the money, there is a various banks are there. To store the blood, there is a blood banks. Blood is collected in the blood bank by specific method from the healthy person and supplies to the needful person. If the collected blood is not to be used immediately, it can be stored for some days in the refrigerator. And such a place to store the blood is called as blood bank. Now next, what is the blood donor? The person who donates the blood is referred as blood donor, and person who receive the blood is referred as the recipient. Person of the blood group O can donate blood to the person having any other blood group, whereas the person with AB blood group can receive the blood from the person with any other blood group. Hence, blood group O is called as universal donor, and the person with the blood group AB is called as universal recipient. So those having the blood group O, they can give the blood to other blood group person. Okay, any blood group person. So such a person which having the O blood group is called as universal donor, as they can give the or they can donate their blood to anyone. But AB person or AB group person only receive to all blood group, but they cannot give. So called as universal recipient. Okay. Then next is the blood pressure. Blood is continuously kept flowing through the blood vessel due to contraction and relaxation of the heart. Due to contraction of heart, pressure is exerted on the wall of arteries and it is called as blood pressure. Proper blood pressure is necessary to supply the blood in all parts of the body. Pressure recorded during the contraction of heart called as systolic pressure, and that one recorded during relaxation is called diastolic pressure. Blood pressure of a healthy person is about 120 per 80 millimeter mm to 139.89 mm of Hg. It is measured with the help of sphygmomanometer. Okay. Then hypertension or high blood pressure. High blood pressure than the normal is referred as the hypertension. In arteries of the person with the hypertension, unnecessary tension develop. Heart needs to perform more function than the normal condition. In case of hypertension, both systolic and diastolic pressure are high in hypertension. Okay. So here we finish our lesson. Thank you for watching this video. We had complete this chapter here. If you really like this video, press on the like button and share this video with your friends. We will meet in next video like this. Bye bye.